guys, starting the Scholar 2001 here, bringing you another Roblox video for you guys today, and welcome to my first video on Blox fruits. And today I am going to be doing a deep dive into my account because I have been playing this game for quite some time already, and I've already maxed out a couple weapons, some fruits, and some other stuff as well. So this is just going to be a video showcasing everything that I have already done on my account, and from the next Blox fruits video onward will be me taking a look at every item, fruit, weapon, everything else in the game in their own separate videos. So let's get started, and I'm actually going to get started showing you all the swords that I have fully maxed out with 600 mastery. So those swords being the Orochi, Rengoku, Saishi, and Shizu. So these are the only swords that I have maxed out mastery 600. So let's get it going right now. Going to be showing you guys the Orochi first up, right? And since with the recent updates of Blox fruits, they did add a new level cap, so we will be using this as an opportunity to level up as well, right? So for Orochi, just like every other sword in the game, it has two moves, the Z move and the X move. The Z move is going to be continuous slashing, and well, that was just the top, but if you tap and hold it, hold on, let me just wait for the move to come off cooldown. Yeah, if you tap and hold, that's it. It's just continuous slashes. It's pretty much the name of it. So also I don't have sword stats, mainly because I don't want to switch my stats right now. I don't have a lot of fragments. I don't want to switch my stats. So for the X move, we have Dragon Gust, which is just a little piece of wind that blows the enemy backwards. Alright, so let me just finish this guy off. Oh, where did he go? I'm missing my attacks. Right, so that is Orochi. One of the first swords that I mastered actually, so, and it is a good sword, but with the rework, I'd say the abilities could have looked a little bit better, but it's a good sword nonetheless. Now for the Saishi, I'm gonna leave the Rengoku for last because that is my main sword currently. So Saishi, again, two moves. The Z move is going to be Swords Dance. Right, so we tackle the opponent and we just lift them up in the air and do this kind of somersault thing and hit them multiple times. Right, and now we have True Air Slash, which is the X move. I think this is a ranged type move. Let me wait for the cooldown again. Yeah, it is a ranged type attack. So yeah, it pretty much just, we shoot something at him, it slashes him away a couple times, and yeah. It does do a lot of damage. Again, I don't have my sword stats up, so you wouldn't really be able to see exactly how much damage it does at max mastery. But the damage is decent, that I know. So moving on, we have the Shizu. Alright, so for the Z move, we have True Quiet Rush. Again, you just dash towards the opponent and it does damage. And then you have Focus Shot. You focus your aim and then you just hit the enemy. It's simple. So all of these moves are quite simple for these swords. But now we come for my current favorite sword in the game, Rengoku. So I have the lightning blessing on my sword, on my Rengoku, so anytime I do damage to an opponent, lightning strikes other opponents as well. Alright? But I have my Z move, which is Demon Slayer, which tackles and does a slash and also pushes back the enemy. And then I also have Burning Slash, which leaves fire on the ground and does AoE damage over time, as well as burn damage, which is really good. And along with the lightning blessing, yeah, this sword is just a force to be reckoned with, dude. Look at that. Like, I don't have sword stats, and because of the lightning blessing, I'm doing this much damage. Along with all the burn damage and everything, yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, that is all of the swords that I have fully mastered. Alright, and now it's time for the guns. So I have 3 guns fully mastered, those being the dual flint. My game just crashed. Why? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so as I was saying, I have 3 guns that are fully maxed out, those being the dual flintlock, the venom bow, and the skull guitar. Now, as you guys know, every single gun in the game has had a major rework, alright, except for the skull guitar. The only thing that changed with this is the name and the model, but the moves are still the same. So first up is going to be the dual flintlock. Now this, along with all of the other common guns, really needed a rework desperately, so I'm glad they did this. Right, so we have the M1s. Oh my god, that's loud. Right, and the reload animation for this is actually one of my favorites. So, and it does a lot of damage. I do have gun stats, just because I am currently working on mastering one of my guns, which I will be bringing out a video on after this video. So, but yeah, the Z move for the dual flintlock is splitting beam. Right, so you shoot a beam out and then the beam goes outwards in a semicircle pattern. It does 3,500 damage at max mastery. And now we have Bullet Storm. Alright, so if you hold it down, you basically just shoot a bunch of bullets everywhere. It's pretty simple. It's a storm of bullets. Alright, and yeah, that's all there is to this gun. I do think it is a good rework, and the abilities on it, it is very good. I do like it a lot. Major upgrade, and I'm a fan of it because this was the second gun that I have ever mastered, and I was mastering it before the rework came out, so I'm glad to have it with these new abilities now. Alright, so up next is going to be the Venom Bow. This is the 3rd gun that I have ever fully mastered. Obviously the first one being the Skull Guitar, formerly known as Soul Guitar, but for the Venom Bow, the Z move is Venomous Spit. Alright, so you shoot at it, at the opponent, and then you have 3 other venom attack that comes out and attacks them again, and it does poison damage, tick damage over time. Right, and now we have Serpent Bite. What did I do? Did I think I missed. I missed the attack. Okay. But I might as well shoot him with my Z move, because I need to level up and whatnot. But, right, so Serpent Bite, let me not miss this time. Alright, yeah, so it pretty much just locks onto the target doing damage. There's not really a special animation for it. But yeah. Yes, this weapon is really good as well. I can't remember the original name for it. I think it was like poison bow or something. I don't remember. But from the bow that it was previously, it is an amazing upgrade. Right now for the skull guitar, most of you would know what the moves for this gun looks like because it did not change in the rework. Again, the only thing that changed was the name and the model. But this is the M1. Does decent damage, 1942 on a crit. Well, yeah, crit damage. Well, actually no, there's no crit. That was just the damage stacking up. I'm an idiot. Right, so the Z move is you shoot and a giant laser beam shoots out from a skull doing some damage, and the X move, El Diablo, a giant pulse beam coming out again from a skull. Makes sense, it's a skull guitar, and he's dead. So that is all there is for the guns that I have mastered. Now it is time to move on to the fruits, the most important thing of Blox fruits. It's what makes the game what it is. Right, so there are 4 fruits in the game that I have fully mastered. Those being Light, Rumble, Portal, and Buddha. Now, as you guys can see, I do not have a physical Buddha, but that is totally fine because I do have permanent Buddha on this account. Right, the first thing I'm going to show you guys is obviously the Portal fruit because that is what I have currently active. Right, so again, all of these fruits that I'm showcasing right now, they all have max mastery at 600, which means they all do the max amount of damage that they can do. Again, I don't have my stats set to fruits, so it's not gonna do as much damage as it should. This is just me showcasing the moves. Right, so for Portal Dash, it shoots us forward. It's just a dash. It's a dash movement move. Right, the M1 is another movement ability. Right, so you click and it sends you flying. Right, and the parallel escape, which is the X move, you can use it to go invisible both to NPCs and to players. This fruit is a major runaway fruit. You can run away from anyone with this, and it's incredibly funny to see people rage when you're running away from them. Right, now for Portal World Warp, which is the C move, you can select any area on the map that you want to teleport to. For example, I can teleport to the mansion, and I'm here at the mansion. Okay, right, so I'm just gonna wait for my cooldown to stop so I can teleport back to Tiki. And that honestly is the only annoying thing about that move is the cooldown is incredibly long. But then again, that is like relatively balanced. Like, you don't want people constantly teleporting all over the place. Right, so now for the F move, Quantum Leap, again, it's another movement ability. You go through 2 portals and you can use them as long as they are still up. Right, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Now for Dimensional Rift, this allows you to suck your opponents into a dimension using the Portal fruit, and there are two things that you can do once you are in here. Either you can jump up and teleport out using that portal up there, or you could use the move again and it will suck everybody out back into the overworld. pretty self-explanatory. Bottle fruit. It's used for teleportation, and some of the moves do damage, some of them don't. But yeah. Now, the next fruit that I want to show off is going to be the first fruit that I ever fully mastered, which is the light fruit. So let's go on ahead and we shall eat this light fruit right now. And now we have the light fruit abilities. So the first thing I'm going to showcase is the F move, which is Shining Flight, the flight move for this fruit. And I do have my light fruit awakened, by the way, so I am able to control the direction that I fly. If this was not awakened, I would not be able to change directions. If I wanted to change directions, I would have had to let go of the flight button and activate it again. But luckily I have the awakened version, so I don't have to go through all of that. Right, again I have the awakened version, so this is what the awakened version of the Z move Divine Arrow looks like. If I hold it, I can charge it for maximum damage, and it's just an arrow shot. Right, so that is a really good move. Now for the X move, it is Hand of Emperor. You hold it down and you just pretty much shoot a beam down at your opponent until the beam wears out. And now for the C move, it is Light Speed Destroyer. Aim it at your opponent and you just go on ahead and smack them up all over the place and then slam them to the ground. A really good move, and it does a lot of damage once you actually have your fruit stats in. Now for Wrath of God, I can hold it down, aim it wherever I want, and it shoots down a bunch of light beams all over the place. And yeah, that is pretty much all there is to light. Also, one thing to note, I believe the lower your health is the slower the flight will go. So if you're using the flight on light, you gotta have your HP maxed out. You can't have you can't be missing HP, right? So yeah, moving on. The next fruit I'm going to be showcasing is the second fruit that I have ever fully maxed out, which is going to be Buddha actually. So I need to switch to my permanent Buddha. Where is my good old Buddha? Where is he? There he is. Let's go on ahead and equip Buddha. There we go. Now again I have the awakened version of Buddha, so time to showcase it. Right, so obviously to be able to even use the rest of the Buddha moves, I need to activate my Z move, which is going to be Shift. And what an amazing transformation animation that is. I am now a giant Buddha beast. Right, so now we have Heavenly Impact, which I don't even remember what it does. Okay, yeah, so pretty much just slams down the opponent with a light fist. Right, and also you do a little bit of damage to the enemies when you jump as well. So that's a cool detail there as well. Now for the C move, Light of Annihilation. You charge up and do a big burst of energy, doing tons of damage. And now for the F move, which is Retribution Dash, I'm gonna go on one of these bridges here and use it on this guy. So you dash forward, pick them up and slam them down, and you can choose what direction you want to slam them into. Alright, and finally for the V move, you can hold it, you go up in the air and it shoots down a bunch of beams all over the place, and obviously you can hit multiple enemies at once with that move, so that is really good to have. Alright, so that is going to be it for Buddha. The next fruit I'm going to be showcasing is going to be the third fruit that I have ever maxed out, which is Rumble. Obviously, the portal fruit being the fourth fruit that I have ever maxed out, but I've already shown you that. So we're moving on to the Rumble fruit now. So hold on, let me actually on shift here. Right, so now we gotta eat this Rumble fruit. And now we have the Rumble fruit abilities. Now again, same for the Rumble fruit, I have the abilities for this fruit awakened. So we have the stronger moves available to us, right? And the first move is going to be Lightning Beast, which is the Z move. You just shoot a lightning beast at them. It's pretty simple. Now for the X move, we have Thunderstorm. I can summon a thunderstorm and it will shoot down electricity like a thunderstorm. You know, again, self-explanatory, right? So for the C move, we have Sky Judgment. If I hold it down, a big beam of light. That kind of sounds like the god of thunder screaming at you. But now we have the Thunderball Destruction, which is the ultimate, the V move. So if I charge it up, you can see that giant ball in the sky. I'm gonna rain down terror with it, breaking everything in its path. And then we have the Electric Flash, which is the movement ability. You have 3 charges with this. You can use it 3 times until it goes on cooldown. And the distance that you can go with this move isn't actually that great. So I'm gonna stand over here. And yeah, I was only able to get past the quest guy. So it's not that great, but it's still a good ability considering that you can use it up to 3 times. So if I do up to 3 times, I'm gonna end up past this section here, which is honestly really good. But again, I do wish the Electric Flash could be a bit better. Okay, and now the only thing that I have to showcase to you all is what items I have. So as for the accessories, I have every single accessory in the game apart from the Leviathan items. I do not have the Leviathan items, and honestly I don't think I'll be getting those anytime soon. Mister, I do not wish for you to come and attack me, so please stay back. Okay, it looks like he's just going to do some quests. Alright? Yeah, so as for the swords, I have every single sword in the game except for the new dragon sword. I have yet to do that yet, and I'm not gonna do that unless I am doing it on camera. Same goes for the guns. I have every single gun in the game except for the new dragon themed gun. As for the oh, hold on, there is one more thing that I have to show you guys. I completely forgot about that. Okay, hold on, I need to equip my portal. So let me pull out my portal fruit. And I am going to eat this portal fruit. And I have to teleport to castle. Where's castle? See castle. Right? So, obviously the Dragon Talon is the current fighting style that I am working on mastering. But as for the other ones, which NPC do I have? Dark Step fully mastered? I don't remember which ones I actually have fully mastered. Okay, right, yeah, so I have Dark Step fully mastered, right? So I'm not gonna go back to Tiki because I'm afraid that guy might ambush me. So for the moves on Dark Step, we have the Z move, which is Flying Kick. You just spin through the air and slam down on the ground. For a breakdance, pretty simple. You do a breakdance. You just spin and do a breakdance. For the C move, you do a barrage of kicks. Again, pretty simple. Now we just have to wait for the overheat cooldown to, come off cooldown. Alright, so overheat. I activate it, and now my legs are burning, giving all of my moves some burn damage, right? So we do that. I set my opponents on fire. I can set my opponents on fire with this as well, and same goes with this. It's just the same moves except the added effect of flame damage. Nothing too special. Alright, and my next one I think comes from you. I could be wrong. No, that's electric claw. Which one is this? This is water kung fu. I don't need you. Okay, I can't do you. What are you? Are you the one I need? Death step, no. Okay, I can't remember which NPCs I need for these other fighting styles, so let me go look for them and I'll be right back. So I cannot believe I completely forgot this NPC was here. Okay, so there are only 2 fighting styles in the game that I actually have fully mastered, one being Dark Step and the other one being this one here, which you can get from talking to this guy, which is Dragon Breath, right? So this move has 3 moves. The first one is going to be Dragon Rush. Yeah, you do a double punch on it. It's kind of like a movement ability somewhat. And I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure the more you hold it is the further you go. I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know if I'm mixing that up for Dragon Talon, but yeah. So the X move is Dragon Flames. You just shoot out a dragon with flames surrounding it. And the final move is Dragon Explosion. Smash the ground and the whole explosion comes up. Boom. Yeah, and that is pretty much all there is for the fighting styles that I have unlocked. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is everything that I have to showcase. I'll just do a quick sweep of everything. Aura skin. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Right, these are all the items I have. That's not important. I do have a lot of the fruits already. I'm still missing a couple mythics. I'm missing a couple legendaries and some commons as well, just because obviously I just ate some of them. And the others I had to trade just to get these. So yeah, you guys would know what fruits I'm missing. I'm not gonna bother checking. But yeah, I'm currently working on my Yama sword. I'm also currently working on the slingshot, and I'm also working on Dragon Talon as well. So you guys will be seeing videos on all 3 of those items in the near future. But for now, this has been everything that I have on my Blox account. Oh, wait, no, there's one more thing that I forgot to mention. As you guys can see, I currently have V3 of the Ghoul race, but this is not the first race that I have unlocked. The first race that I have ever used and completely mastered is the mink race, the rabbit race. So the Ghoul race is only the second race that I am using, and I have not fully mastered that as yet. So there might be a chance where you guys will see me fully master this as well in the near future. So again, that is everything that I have to show you guys. So I'm gonna end this video here for today. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you have not. Turn on notifications so you do not miss any future videos or live streams. Click the link in the description. It will take you straight to all of my individual social links. My name is Song_2001, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, and as always, have a great one. See you all later. Goodbye.